after 15th August 1947, after independence, Lord Ismay, on the recommendation of Lord Mountbatten, went to Maharaja of Kashmir to persuade him to choose one of the dominions. Then 27th September 47, Nehru wrote to Sardar Patel claiming that the Pakistani strategy is to infiltrate Kashmir now and to take some big action as soon as Kashmir is more or less isolated because of coming winter.
Nehru had anticipated.
And these words proved to be prophetic. This, in fact, happened, and as it is pointed out subsequently. Then Pakistan continued hit and run border raids in Kashmir. Then 2nd October 47, Sardar Patel writes to Hari Singh, stating that Sheikh Abdullah will be coming to Delhi shortly, and we shall endeavor to reach a sensible solution to the difficulties you have from that quarter. So that is, the quarter means the Sheikh. That you have some problem which are flagged by Sheikh Abdullah ji, so we will sort it out. Then your lordships would find 15/10/1947, Meherchand Mahajan, he was the Prime Minister of the then Kashmir, and incidentally, he became a judge of federal court and eventually sat in this court as a Chief Justice of India. Complained to the British Prime Minister that government of Pakistan had broken the standstill agreement, which was between Kashmir and Pakistan. And the whole of state border from Gurdaspur to Gilgit was threatened with invasion, which had already begun in Punj. Then government of Jammu and Kashmir sent a protest letter to the Governor General and the Prime Minister of Pakistan against breaches of the standstill agreement and the continuous raids. Then your lordships may kindly see 22nd October 1947. All-out invasion of Jammu and Kashmir started, consisting allegedly of local tribesmen. The other side also repeatedly said that there were tribe leaders who were conducting raids. I'll point out the contemporaneous letter written by the king to the government of India. And Sri V.P. Menon. The raiders destroyed the Uri Bridge and captured Mahura powerhouse, which supplied electricity to Srinagar, which plunged Srinagar into darkness. It was announced that they would reach Srinagar within 2 days. Then 24th October 47, Government of India received a request for help from Maharaja. Then 25th of October 47, the meeting of Defence Committee was held, presided over by Lord Mountbatten, wherein it was decided that the Home Secretary V.P. Menon should fly to Srinagar immediately to study the situation on ground and report the same to the Government of India. V.P. Menon landed in Srinagar and found the entire city, into inverted comma, I quote, oppressed by the stillness as the graveyard all around, unquote. Sri Menon met the PM of Jammu and Kashmir, Sri Meherchand Mahajan, who appraised Sri Menon to the perilous situation and pleaded the Government of India to come to the rescue of the state. Then 26th October 47, the next morning Sri Mahajan called Sri Menon that there were rumors that raiders had reached Srinagar. Sri Menon and Sri Mahajan flew back to Delhi. Sri Menon went straight to the meeting of the Defence Committee and reported the impressions of the situation and pointed out the supreme necessity of saving Jammu and Kashmir. It was pointed out by Lord Mountbatten that till the time Jammu and Kashmir does not accede to India, it would be improper to move Indian troops, and accession would be the only basis which would rightfully give the right to Indian forces to retaliate against the invasion of Kashmir. After the meeting of the Defence Committee, Sri Menon and Sri Mahajan flew to Jammu and woke up the Maharaja and informed him of the developments that had taken place in the Defence Committee meeting. Maharaja desired to accede, reiterated his request for military help, and further informed his intention to set up an interim responsible government. Then your lordships may kindly come to this letter sent by, contemporaneous letter sent by the king to Sri Menon, that is volume 1, document volume 1, page 7. This would be relevant for your lordship's assistance.
We have actually read this letter. where the Maharaja says that, he had not decided whether to be independent or join the
That was
Dominion.
the only part which was read, my lord. I would like your lordships to read, my lord, at page 8, two paragraphs, my lord, which were, my lord, not.
Yeah, he refers to the mass infiltration and other things.
So kindly see the first. The mass infiltration tribesmen drawn from the distant areas of northwest frontier coming regularly in motor trucks using Manshera Muzaffarabad road and fully armed with up-to-date weapons cannot possibly be done without the knowing of the provincial government of Northwest Frontier Province and the government of Pakistan. In spite of repeated requests made by my government, no attempts have been made to check these raiders or stop them from coming to my state. The Pakistan radio even put out a story that a provisional government has been set up in Kashmir. The people of my state, both the Muslims generally, have taken no part at all. With the conditions obtaining at present in my state and to great emergency of the situation as it exists, I have no option but to ask for help from the Indian Dominion. Naturally, they cannot send the help asked for by me without my state acceding to the Dominion of India. I have accordingly decided to do so, and I attach the instrument of accession for acceptance by your government. The other alternative is to leave my state and my people to freebooters. On this basis, no civilized government can exist or be maintained. The alternative I will never allow to happen as long as I am the ruler of the state and I have life to defend my country.
So this letter is taken by Mr. Menon to Sardar Patel, and the Maharaja said that he had instructed his ADC that if Menon comes back, well and good. That means, everything is according to plan. Otherwise, he said, shoot me when he told his ADC to shoot him dead when he's asleep, he said. He said, if he comes back, don't wake him up.
Don't wake me up. Otherwise, if he doesn't, then shoot me, because I would not like to be shot by the enemy forces. That was the, that's how, my lord, beautifully sent later, my lord. So long as there is a life in me, I'll defend my people. Now, my lord, I am coming back to page 26, my lord. The second, my lord, this is accepted. The instrument of accession is accepted. Then 27th October 1947. Your lordships have page 27.
Yes.
Second date, 27 October 47. A Herculean airlift operation of Indian troops was carried out in order to carry out the rescue operations in Jammu and Kashmir, which we continued till 2019. Now it has stopped. Possibly the only provision which is not only mentioned to be temporary, but has been understood by all subsequent parliament to be temporary, has managed to continue for 75 years. The moment Jinnah heard that India has accepted Jammu and Kashmir accession and Indian troops had been airdropped into Kashmir, he gave orders to General Gracie, acting commander-in-chief in Pakistan Army. General Gracie represented his inability to issue any instruction without approval of the Supreme Commander. Field Marshal so-and-so informed Jinnah that considering the fact that Jammu and Kashmir had signed an instrument of accession, it would not be possible for British officers serving in Pakistani army to enter Jammu and Kashmir. Thereafter, Jinnah invited Nehru to Lahore to discuss the Kashmir problem. Lord, now how, Lord, this is averted. Lord, the diplomacy at its best. Mountbatten was eager to accept the invitation and Nehru was inclined to agree with Mountbatten. However, Sardar Patel was strongly opposed to the proposition on the ground that Pakistan was the aggressor in this case and India ought not to follow the policy of appeasing the aggressor. As there was a difference of opinion between Nehru and Patel, the matter was referred to Gandhiji. Gandhiji called Nehru, Sardar Patel and Shri Menon to Birla House. During the discussion, it was found that Nehru was running a high fever and his going to Lahore was out of question. It was decided that Lord Mountbatten should go alone. V.P. Menon writes this without any value judgment, without giving his personal views or comments, as a fact as it happened.
Sometimes running high fever is also an act of diplomacy.
Yes, it is, and it was in this case. Yes, it was a diplomatic illness, and it was required in the interest of the country. Absolutely right.